WWE continues to do Sami Zayn wrong, but in this video I'm going to tell you exactly what they did wrong to him, because before everyone gets outraged, and this is going to be an outrage type of video, I have an explanation as to why. Look, I'm a Sami Zayn fan just like you and I, but 2024 has been a wonderful year for Sami Zayn and fans alike. Let's go back to it. He's been in a feud with Gunther before. He dethroned Gunther as the Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania 40, ending a 666-day reign as IC Champion for Gunther. He then had a long and fun IC title run that ultimately ended at the hands of Braun Breaker. Now, keep in mind, the month prior, at Money in the Bank, Sami Zayn, he actually beat Braun Breaker, but reportedly WWE wanted to save the big occasion, the big moment for Sami and Braun Breaker, and have Braun beat Sami at SummerSlam because it was a larger scale. They ran it back in a 2 out of 3 falls match on a recent episode of Monday Night Raw, and now Sami Zayn has his eyes set on Gunther. This week's episode of Monday Night Raw, Sami Zayn made it very clear that he was coming after Gunther. Gunther was in the ring for a promo before it being interrupted by Zayn, who said that he thought about the Intercontinental title and how many champions went on to become world champions, including Gunther. Gunther, who just retained the world championship over Randy Orton in the main event of Bash in Berlin in an excellent match. Zayn told Gunther that he wanted the world heavyweight title. Gunther, he fired back and saying that Zayn's name wasn't on the list of legends that he's brought up. He liked people like Zayn because he kept getting up. However, he turned down Sami Zayn's challenge, and as he was about to leave, Sami Zayn reminded him that he's the only person to have defeated Gunther in WWE and was coming for him. Now, here's where I don't like what WWE has planned for Sami Zayn, because that promo, very strong. Sami Zayn's accolades against Gunther, his track record, speaks volumes. Here's where I don't like where they went. Look, they could go with Bad Blood, most likely on October 5th in Atlanta, Georgia. They could go and do Survivor Series or Crown Jewel in November. It does not matter when this match takes place. What matters is this. I understand on face value that fans looking at Sami Zayn getting a World Heavyweight title shot against Gunther is a great thing. He's in a world title picture against one of their biggest stars in Gunther. Here's where I don't like this, and in a minute I'm going to tell you how they can correct it. You're having Sami Zayn, he lost the IC title. Okay, that's fine. He had to lose it eventually. But then he follows up and he loses yet another time to Braun Breaker in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Now, we're going with a guy that has a track record of WWE sometime being very gun-shy with his booking and keeping him strong because he's a lovable babyface and a heck of a worker. He's going to lose to Gunther, right? Everyone here can agree with that. No one expects him to beat Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. You're going to give him another major loss, and I think that's going to hurt him in the short term as long as they follow up coming out of that match in the right ways with Sami. So, bad news, they keep booking him in big matches, and they're going to have him lose his 3rd straight big match. That's not the greatest thing in the world, in my opinion. I would rather him have a smaller feud, win that feud, and then go on to face Gunther. But I'm not completely outraged by the match because it is a world championship opportunity, and Gunther will keep him strong, and WWE will pick up the pieces coming out of it. I just wish they would have went about it wrong. But the good news is they can book out of it very well, and they can help Sami as long as that booking backs it up. But in the meantime, yeah, he's going to take a little bit of a hit coming out of it. You could disagree if you want, but I think I've laid that out very fairly in the sense of I like the match. I don't like how they got there, but I can see how they can come out of it type of thing, right? I'd love to know your comments down below. Sami Zayn, Gunther, look, they had a heck of a match at WrestleMania, and I think they're going to have a heck of a match whenever this match is booked. Gunther continues to evolve. He continues to grow as a champion. And his match with Randy Orton and Bash in Berlin was a classic. Everyone has praised that match coming out of it, including myself. I think that is one of the best matches of the year. We are in a very good time period right now in WWE where they are booking PLEs stronger than ever. It's 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 match cards, and most of them always nail it out of the park. I can't tell you that there's been a bad PLE in probably the last year. Definitely not this year. Matches, the booking behind the matches usually makes sense. The match finishes usually makes sense. Most of the time they're somewhat clean, right? We don't really get a lot of DQ and count out and no stoppages and all this other BS. And I think that's a credit to Triple H and co. And I think the performers also deserve a lot of praise for being able to carry the workload of these PLEs. Going out there, putting on these banger-type matches, and really putting their work boots on and going to work and getting it done. And that's a lot of credit to them. Sami Zayn, like I laid it out, 2024 has been very good to him. I loved his feud with Chad Gable earlier this year. I still think that Chad Gable should have beat Sami for the IC title, but clearly they think that Braun needed that win. I'm not a huge fan of the Wyatt 6 and Chad Gable storyline. That's just not my cup of tea. It could be yours. But I'm very curious to see, okay, is this going to be a one-off type feud, right? Is Gunther just going to beat him, say at Bad Blood or whatever, and then he just goes on to another opponent? Is that the way we're going to go about this? Is it a situation in which WWE is going to have Sami come back the next night, or maybe he feels cheated in some ways due to the finish, and then that sets up a match? Because we're in this wonky period now where, like, okay, we're out of Bash in Berlin. We got about a month to kill. We got 32 days as the recording of this video, but about 30 days for WWE to build up this feud, which already has built-in heat, which is a great thing. And then you go right into the following month, you go Crown Jewel, and then you go Survivor Series. And usually Survivor Series and Crown Jewel is about a 2-week indifference. I don't remember off the top of my head on this one, but it's something like that, right? How do they get to the finish of this match? Where do they go coming out of this match? Who does Sami feud with after this program? That's the big question for me. So let me know down in the comments area below, what do you think about this match? What do you think about this storyline? Hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell so you are notified every single time we upload new wrestling content here to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.